I have been playing Madden all day on the day one release, and I'm here to give you my initial thoughts on the game. We did this earlier with college football, and a lot of you guys really enjoyed this style of just brutal honesty about the game. If it's good, if you should buy it for multiplayer, franchise, whatever your favorite superstar mode, whatever your favorite modes are in this game, I'm going to go over everything that I've experienced, the online gameplay that I have played online, as well as some of the offline experiences and the new features that they added in various different aspects. If you're excited about Madden this year, or you just want to be informed about everything that's going on in MUT and in Madden, make sure to subscribe. This is a brand new channel going over everything Madden related all season long, so make sure to drop that subscribe and like. Now, hopping straight into it, we are going to go over everything in the game. Obviously, you can see the main menu going on behind me right now. I do have some notes going on. We are going to go over a few different things, but I'm not going to dive too into it. More, you're just going to see kind of this screen like we did last video, and I'm just going to yap. But I want to go over all these points in order because I think these are important to go over. First off, let's go over the goods and the bads. I think this is the kind of the main preface of this video. Obviously, the menus, pretty smooth. I really like the menus so far. I think a lot of the cool shots, they have really cool images a lot with them. When I go into like Ultimate Team, I know that's like the main menu that people are really focused on. Feels very smooth. Don't really have a problem with too much getting in and out. Feels pretty straightforward with a lot of things. Obviously, if you're new to the game, it's a little overwhelming, but for the most part, it's tells you pretty much everything you need to know when you're at the menu, where to go, what to do. And if you don't know where to go, you can just come to this channel and I'll tell you where to go and what to do. But it seems very smooth so far. I haven't had problems with the main menu screens. I know that's a big thing for a lot of people, but I feel pretty good. They feel smooth in and out. I haven't had anything just like crash to nowhere either, so it's been pretty good. Now let's go to the obvious problem. That's a good. The screens are great, obviously that, but let's go to the obvious problem in the room, and that's so far the connection issues. There's been a lot of connection issues. People aren't able to get in and out of games. They crashed EA's servers until about 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight. A lot of people on Xbox couldn't even get on until about 3 p.m. Eastern time. There's a whole lot of issues with that. As of right now, when I'm recording this, it seems to be settled. I played online already. It seems to be fine. The game I played was very smooth, very fine. Didn't have any choppiness, didn't lag out of it. I had a few other people come in this stream as well and say they were able to play online games and it was perfectly fine. So I think it's figured out. I think that was kind of just a day one launch thing. So I'm not really going to knock that as a negative, but it was something to definitely note of, like, very annoying for the people that had to go through it. And I hope they get some make rights for the Xbox players there. But nonetheless, everything else feels really smooth. So I'm very happy about that. The online playing felt very smooth. In and out of the menus felt very solid in and of itself. All these cool graphics and everything seemed pretty cool. The pack animations, the franchise loading in and out of that, all of it's explained in different tutorials to make it very easy to comprehend, as that has been a big addition as well, which we'll get into. The only thing that is really annoying that they added that I don't really like is the weather. It's really cool for newer players and people that want the authentic experience. It's actually some of the coolest like things you can have. The fog is cool. The rain is cool. The snow is so, like, it feels like you're truly in a real snow game, like a Blizzard snow game. Rams, Eagles at the end of last year, Lions, Eagles back in 2013 are like some of the most memorable ones in recent day. Like these pure snow games, the Buffalo Bills games, like pure snow games that you can't see anything and it's an absolute blizzard and it's super fun to watch and play in. We have those experiences now in Madden and you can play them. I think for the online experience and for the head-to-head gameplay stuff, anything that's not like a solo challenge, even solos, they can get annoying. Anything that's like franchise related, I think is cool and fun. But if you're playing someone online and you have to play in that weather, it might be the most like rage-inducing thing you could possibly ever imagine. Players just slip and fall and miss bad throws and everything, like completely random, and you have no control over it. It's just straight RNG, random number generator. Very annoying. So I would say it's cool in concept and theory, and it looks really cool, but it will be annoying to play in, especially in head-to-head modes. Then I think diving is broken if we're going on to online gameplay. That's something that I really don't enjoy. If you were able to catch the stream for a little bit towards the tail end of the stream, I played my online games, and a lot of those games, like, you can dive with a player from 3 to 4 feet out. One of them was their kicker, and you can dive with a player, clip their kneecap, and I'm falling on the ground and there's nothing I can do. This was a little bit of a problem last year, but they were able to fix it. So I'm hoping that they fix it this year going into the gameplays, as it's obviously going to really launch. It's only pre-launch right now, but if it goes into real launch, hopefully that's something they patch. They did last year, so I'm hoping they do this year, where like I like a Derrick Henry or like an Xavier Worthy returning a kick or any of them, and they would just dive 5 feet away from my player, somehow touch me with their pinky, and I like just get paralyzed and fall. My player just collapses on the ground. It's very weird, very annoying. It's like a Superman dive. I hope that gets taken out, like, or at least fixed, because it is very, very frustrating to play against. Outside of that, pocket timing feels a little bit long. If you're not blitzing, I think that's a little bit of something, just more nitpicky things. They said they were buffing that, so buffing the time in the pocket, but the pocket was going to collapse faster. I've yet to really see the pocket collapse super fast, at least in the few games I played. But again, it feels pretty good. If you're blitzing, perfect timing. I haven't had a problem with that. It feels really good. Pressure to sack ratio feels good. But when you're not blitzing, I feel like you got all day to throw the ball, especially off of play action. Like, you have all day to throw the rock. So that's my only little concern. Again, that's mainly early game stuff, so hopefully it gets fixed. But for the most part, that is something to really note of, like, I'm having all day to throw the ball if there's no pressure being, even with stunts. There's just no pressure. So another really nitpicky thing, but for the most part, I haven't had too many problems with blitzes or packages. We're trying to get through or super big glitches. Sometimes my lineman won't pick up the linebacker as fast as I would like, and I think that's more just an early game issue than anything else, and it definitely is going to get like a minor patch. But for the most part, really good. I think this year the DBs are getting really good jumps on the ball. I think that makes it fun. To where the DBs, like, sometimes it's kind of annoying because you're like, how the hell did he do that? And it's like insane. But for the most part, it definitely helps to balance it out when tall players are also OP in this game. So offense gets a little bit of OP, defense gets a little OP. The defensive jumps for the DBs are very kind of overpowered, not very overpowered, but the thing that is very overpowered is having super tall players on your team. If you have like a 6'5" guy that can jump out of the gym, he's going to moss everybody. It's like 2017 Madden over again a little bit, where it just feels like that catch animation is broken. Just going over the top of someone's head. My 83 Marlon Humphrey got absolutely mossed by like a 75 overall earlier today, and I was like, how the hell is this keep happening? It happened like 2 times in a row, and you just can't get a good animation around it. I hope that's something they patch a little bit and fix before we get like really good like Mike Evans, Calvin Johnsons of the world, Randy Mosses of the world, or it could get really bad. So I hope we get a little bit of a fix there. But for the most part, that seems like to be like the main thing that I'm like very hesitant on right now. But for the most part, I feel like people will be able to get over that and figure out a way to stop it, or at least figure out a different button to click animation. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong on the defensive end, but I have seen that a lot. Franchise-wise, I know a lot of people are here for the franchise, the offline modes. Hey, what does it look like for the offline modes? Franchise, obviously, is a lot in depth. I played a little bit, not too much, but I did get to dive in for a preseason and a little bit start of the regular season. A lot of in-depth stuff. The head coaching is actually really cool now. I think it's an awesome concept, and it's a lot of fun. The head coach actually matters. With schemes actually matter. Like, you need to have good schemes. You get to pick up parts of your playbook, excuse me, 4 different parts of the game. Like, you have to scheme for the other team, which is like so realistic. It's cool. Like, it's actually like you feel like you're a coach. I know some people like the kind of just team building aspect. I think that makes it a little more hard to kind of just focus on the team building. But from the actual like takeaways of playing a real football, like, you're actually the GM, you're actually the head coach, you're actually like in it. It makes it feel very realistic and a lot more like real life. I think that's a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to kind of dive deeper into that, especially in an online franchise, see how that kind of plays out when you're playing people online. I'm very excited to see how that turns out and how smooth it ends up being. But those are kind of my main takeaways from everything that I've seen, everything online and whatnot. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. My overall takeaways, like my final takeaways. I know this is what the main part of the video that you guys kind of want to go to. My final takeaways are, I think it's going to be a good game. I think this year, contract year, it's going to be a good game. There are going to be hiccups. Obviously, it's like any sports game ever, but there's no huge hiccups to start the year. Last year, zones didn't work. We had players going in opposite directions of the zones. The zones are getting crossed for no reason. Block sheds were absolutely broken. We were dealing with so much bullshit at the beginning of last year. Like, on day 1, it was almost unplayable. This year, it doesn't feel like that. Like, it feels like they really wanted to focus in on like gameplay being better. And I know some people will rather play the offline stuff, and that's fine. But for online players, it feels pretty solid to start the year comparative to past years, to where there's nothing super duper cracked. There's nothing super broken. And it is pretty fun to play to start the year. So I'm excited for that to only improve throughout the year, hopefully. We don't have many like super broken whatever plays or zones or whatnot going forward, like we did last year. I think they're more focused on this year. Obviously, contract year. They like, this is the biggest year for EA to re-sign with the NFL, as 2K wants to take it, and it's been very vocal about it. So it seems like they really put a lot of time into this game comparatively to college football. Clearly looks like this was the priority game. So if I were to suggest people like, should I just keep college football or should I get Madden? I think Madden's better. Unless you're a huge, super big college football fan, that would be the only reason I would say really keep college football. I think Madden just feels like a better product right now. It's a sped up game. It feels faster. It feels like college football kind of did last year in some of a sense, where the game feels fast. It feels smooth. I haven't had any like I've had really big problems with it. I've really enjoyed this game. I think the launch has been fun. I've had fun talking with people in the chat about it. They've seemed to have good experiences outside of those like first few hour glitches with the menus and whatnot. Seems to be very positive reviews. I'm leaving a more positive review on this game. Is it perfect? No, but I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it's worth the purchase to at least play if you're a big NFL fan. If you're not a huge NFL guy, if this is going to be like your first Madden ever, is it worth going out of the way to buy? I don't think so. But if you are an NFL fan and you like franchise mode, or you want to play with your friends and want to play like a squads game with your friends or and play together, I think it will be worth it. And I think you guys will inevitably have a lot of fun playing it, no matter what mode you play in this game. So that's my final review. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. No opinions, right or wrong. It's clearly just giving the facts and giving kind of your thoughts on things. If some person sees it one way or another person sees it the other way, that's perfectly fine. If you don't agree with my takes, you think the game is horrible, let me know. And we can talk about it in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to have some fun conversations with you guys. So I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.